Well, hello, everybody. It's the end of the month, end of September. You know what that means. It's newest editions time. Yes, newest editions for September 2022. All right, so I think I had about 14 or 15 games I added. Ay, 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 what is going on here? So, yeah, this is about 14 or 15 games I've added this month. So, let's get right to it. So, the first one I bought was, I think it's Punto? I don't know, something like that. It's one of those small game right games that the cards are tiny. And they have another game, Iota, that I went to go back, but it was gone. But this one was still there. I decided to go ahead and pick it up. It says, flip your top card and add it to the grid or cover an opponent's card showing lower points. Be the first to get 4 in a row and end up on top. I figured, what the heck, why not? So I went ahead and I picked this up. I think it was like $5 I picked it up for. So this is one of the games I picked up this month. The next one was a sequel to Dragonwood, which I really enjoy. This is Dragon Realm. Now, I did do an episode on this, so you should, if you've watched the channel, you know I did do an episode on this maybe about a few episodes ago. I think maybe 4 or 5 episodes ago I did Dragon Realm. And I also showed off the expansion that my good friend Babs sent me. It's actually, I did put it in here, so it's actually in here. The Hidden Treasure little expansion that you can add to this. I showed that, I debuted that on that episode as well. So it is in here. So another shout out to Babs. Thank you so much for once again for that. And while we're on the subject of Babs, she actually sent me a couple other little, I guess you could say mini expansions to a couple games I have here. She decided to send these to me, and I wanted to say another thank you to Babs. And they are these here. Let's see, here we go. Been very careful. I know I want to make sure I didn't lose them. She sent me a couple. She knows how much I like Go Nuts for Donuts. That is a fun game. It's on BGA. Every once in a while I play on there. And there's 2 special cards that are not in the original game. One is Bacon. There's good old Bacon. I know I haven't taken it out of the thing yet. I wanted to put it in the game, but I wanted to do this first before I put it in there. So Bacon, this one gives you 1 point for each maple bar or maple frosted card. Okay. And then we also have the zombie. Trying to get the glare off of there. There's the zombie donut. You get 4 points, and it just says discard this card. So you just discard it, and you get the 4 points. So that's, but yeah, that's definitely 2 of the cards that are not in the original game that were just special little promo cards, and she sent them to me. So thank you, Babs. She also sent me, she knows I have Glux, which is a Queen game, which I really enjoy too. She sent me the promos for the special coins, or the special, I can't remember what they call it, the chips, I guess you could say, that go in the game. These ones give you 7, and then, of course, has 0 on the back, and then these are the multi-directionals. Now, I did do an episode on Glux, so if you want to check out Glux, it's a really great game. You should definitely check it out. But these are the ones that have either the 6 or the 1. You see on either side there's the 1s on the back here, and here are the 6s in the front. But they let you go each every way. So usually you can either go left or right or whatever. This one lets you go diagonally too, which in the game you cannot go diagonally. So this is really cool that they give you diagonals, and they also give you 0s in the back here. So, but yeah, these are definitely little promos that they had for Glux, and she was able to get her hands on it, and she sent it to me. So thank you, Babs. This is one I got for myself. Now, remember last month I showed you the couple cacaos that I got, that I added. Remember last month I added the market that gave you 5. I remember I mentioned that last month. I also did the Golden Temple that gives you 8 and 1. Well, right after I did that episode, a couple more came in. So I think I mentioned at the time there were 1 or 2 that were straight, and kind of stragglers that came in after the fact. So I figured I'd do it this month. This is the additional cacaos that they allow you to have. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not last month. Maybe I did. I don't remember. This one, it costs you 6 gold coins, and you can actually hold up to 3 more cacaos. I might have done that one. It's sounding familiar to me. But yeah, so normally in the game you can hold up to 5, and you pay 6 gold coins, and you can actually hold up to 8, because you can hold 3 more of these. This one I know for sure I added, and I need to get the diamonds one. There's a diamond for cacao. It's a special, another expansion to the game. I don't have diamond yet, or diamante is how you say it. Like a diamante, I guess it is. So I had the chocolate, but I don't have, but this is a couple of the extra huts that were promos as well. So I actually picked these up. Now these ones I know I didn't show last month. So maybe this is the one I didn't get. This one's the straggler that came in. I think it was either on the 1st or 2nd of September. I'm like, of course you couldn't come at the same time. But then I got some extra huts that are not in the original game. So these are the additionals I got for Cacao. And then Babs, thank you again, for Glux. And the 2 wonderful Go Nuts for Donuts cards that I will add to the game. So I'm going to put these right back here. I have a little special place for those. That way I know where to find them. Okay, good. Now I can add them to the game now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the other games I got. I got The Fox in the Forest. I found this over McKay's. It was really, really cheap. It's a trick-taking game. Excuse me, I've wanted this for a little while. This has been out for a while. Does it have the year on here? It does, 2020, so I guess it hasn't been out too long, a couple of years. But this looks like a really, really fabulous game. It's a trick-taking game, like I said. And I'll definitely have the trick-taking game for 2 players. So it's a 2-player only game. So we'll get into that. Then I got the Harlem Globetrotters. I got this one just a few days ago. And I did an episode. I got so excited when I found this, and it was like $6. And I could not help. I was like, I need to get this. So I went in and I picked it up. The Harlem Globetrotters game. I have done an episode, so if you want to see how this game plays, you can go ahead and check it out. It's literally only a couple episodes ago, so it hasn't been too long since I've done this one. We also got Fleet. This is a boat fishing game. It's a card game, but it's a really, really good card game. It's you think fishing, what? And if you're a big fan like me of Deadliest Catch, Wicked Tuna, I'm big fans of those games. I love those shows. This is a really cool game. So I have done an episode on this. So if you're interested in finding out what this game is all about, I did do an episode on it. I have not got the expansion yet. It's Arctic. I can't think of the Arctic. I can't think of it. Arctic Thunder. I can't remember the sequel to it. It's Arctic something. As soon as I get off this, I'll have to look it up. But there is a sequel to this. But this is the original one, Fleet. I also got the card game Crypt. This one I showed. I have done an episode on this one too. So I mean, it's very unusual for me to get to these so quickly after I bought them. But I really, really like the way they look. I like the way these games play. Like Fleet was phenomenal. This game is fun. There is a additional one to this as well. So I definitely want to get the second Crypt that's out there. Eventually I'll get it and add this to the collection here. This was the first one, so you want to definitely check this out. If you have not seen my episode, it's on there. Okay. The next one we're going to look at is a guy that I met actually through Facebook Marketplace. His name is Mark. And what's really cool is he's going to be living, I should say, 30 minutes away from me here. And I mentioned I really wanted this game. I don't know how I came across it. I think I might have saw your post, Mark. I think I might have saw your post, and I'm like, what is that? And I looked up a couple of videos, and I instantly fell in love. I'm like, wow, this looks like a really cool game. And so I hit him up, and he technically really lives in Virginia right now, but he's in the process of coming to Eastern Tennessee. He's actually moving here. He's in the process. So I told him, I said, Mark, as soon as you get settled down, we're playing some games with the family. I love to meet. He was a great, great guy, and it was so funny. He's actually a subscriber of mine. So it's the first time I've ever met a subscriber in person out of all places. I think it was really great. But he's in the middle of the process of moving from Virginia by the D.C. area to Tennessee. Like I said, he's only about 30 minutes away. So we talked for a good hour when I bought this game from him. It is called Fire Tower. Fight fire with fire. In this game, which is funny, is you have these towers that you're trying to protect. You can play up to 4 players in this. And what's funny is usually in games, you're trying to put out fires. Not in this game. You're actually trying to push the fire towards your opponent and burn down his tower. So that's pretty crazy. Now, there is an expansion to this game that he actually had included with the game. So thank you, Mark. He gave me a phenomenal price for both of them, because I know these usually these cost a few bucks on these, but he gave me a really good deal on both of these. Very, very fair price. And I just waited for him. I guess he was in Virginia when I first hit him up. And he was coming down, I think it was Labor Day weekend, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I go, that's fine. I go, I'm definitely interested in it. I would love to meet you. Just let me know when you're down back here in Tennessee on Labor Day weekend. I'll meet up with you. And I did. And yeah, it was great meeting you, Mark. And yeah, let me know when you get down here permanently. That way we can get together, play some games. I think it'd be great. I have a few to choose from, and I know you do too. So we'll definitely get together. So Fire Tower. I'm anxious to show you this game. I'm very anxious to show you how this game works. And like I said, there is a sequel, or no, not a sequel, an expansion. What is the name of the expansion? I think it's in here. Rising Flames. So that is the expansion that was with this game, and he put them all in one thing. And look at these. This is the fire. It's these orange jewel-looking things. That's the fire that you use in the game. Really, really cool. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing an episode on this very soon. I just yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And here's I gotta show you the game board. The game board's really cool too. So here's the game board. You're in the middle of a forest. And you can see the fire starting in the middle. And you got the 4 towers on each corner. And the fire literally starts here. And you have a die that you roll. It tells you what direction the wind is blowing, which way the fire is going. And you just add one fire to each thing until it starts going a little here and there. Oh, we're going west. Okay, we're going east. And then we're going north. And it's really cool how you just kind of, the wind directs where the fire goes. And of course you have special cards in there that allow you to, push the wind a certain way, or you put extra fires down. I mean, it's really fascinating. I mean, I know it doesn't fit a theme of a fire tower and you're trying to put the fire out. I mean, that's usually what you're trying to do. But in this game, you actually are feeding the fire and pushing it towards your opponent. So that's really cool. It's just the originality of that is pretty cool. So I had to show you that. So once again, thank you, Mark, for selling this to me, this and the expansion. So I'm looking forward to showing that to everybody as well. Another one I purchased is Sunday Split. So this is a card game that I found that you're putting together Sundays, obviously. But what's in this game, it's interesting because there's one player that splits up the cards, and then each player chooses, I believe it's 2 cards each, I believe, and then you get the last one. You're the one that splits it. But you have to make it enticing for the other players. So in case there's cards you need, you want to make it look like, I want them to take those. I don't want them to take the ones I need. So this is a really interesting game. So I thought it'd be kind of cool. I don't think $8 I think I paid for this. It was brand new. It was wrapped. So it was brand new. Don't have to worry about anything missing. It was brand new over at good old McKay's. Sunday Split. Because I'm a big fan of Just Desserts. And I really like that game a lot. That's actually on BGA as well. So definitely... and I'm Board Game Man, by the way, on BGA. So if you can find me on BGA, hey, hit me up. Become friends on there. We can play some games on there. Because luckily, Ticket to Ride just now released on BGA. So I am very excited. In fact, I played my first game earlier today on my lunch break. And speaking of Ticket to Ride, this next one is a game I was missing in my collection. And this literally came 10 minutes ago. I said it was supposed to be here at a certain time. It got here literally not too long ago. So I might as well go ahead and show it to you. It's the one I'm missing, number 6.5, Ticket to Ride, Poland. So I finally got Poland in my collection here. So this is actually, it's funny because it's actually number, where is it? There it is, 6.5. So you have 6 and then 7. So it fits right in between. That's why I have all the numbers in a row here. So Poland is now added. So now the whole row is nothing but Ticket to Rides. So I think the only one I'm missing, if I'm not mistaken, might be Markland. I'm not interested in getting First Journey and Ghost Train. I don't need to get those. I think Markland, as far as I remember, I think that's the only one I'm missing. But let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. So that was Poland. I literally I actually ordered this from, because you notice it doesn't say Polska, which a lot of them say Polska on it. This actually says Poland. I got this actually from Miniature Market. And I ordered this, I want to say like a month or 2 ago. It took a while to get it because I think they moved their, I think they sent me a thing saying be patient with us. I think they moved their warehouse. So as soon as they get through their warehouse stuff, then they're going to start sending stuff out. So it was a little delay. I've been waiting for that one. It finally just came. So luckily it came just in time to do my end of the month job here. This is an old classic card game, Euchre. Now this one I don't know much about. I literally picked this up a couple days ago. And I was looking up on YouTube, and I guess it's just an old-fashioned card game. I've never even heard of it. You play with normal cards, I guess. But yeah, so I got to look into this thing. It was only like $4. And it looks pretty cool. It has these little point things down here and a special die. So, I mean, I thought, well, you know what? I'll look into this. For $4, I'll look into it because I'm always a sucker for a good card game. So, Euchre is how you pronounce it. So, I picked up that one. We also have eBay. Buy it now. This was an exclusive over at Gen Con. This is a Gen Con exclusive. And I have not read too much about this one. I do have the original eBay game, which I have not done an episode on yet, but I will be pretty soon. And but this is eBay Buy It Now. So this literally just came out this year. So this, like I said, it's a Gen Con exclusive. So I will be showing you, this is how the board looks. Just like so. All right, so there you got the Buy It Now on the bottom there, and you got all sorts of different things in there. So yep, so I'll be showing this one fairly soon, as soon as they kind of open it up, look it up, break it out, and figure out how to play it. All right. I figure eBay is a great one. I mean, the original was pretty fun with the electronic eBay games. I figured, why not try this one? All right. The next one I'm going to show you is Adventureland by Haba Games. This is brand new. I haven't even opened it yet. It's sealed. But in this game I'll show you what it looks like here. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying to keep the glare out of there because the wrapping's still on it, so it's actually glare. You have your little guys in the upper left-hand corner there, and what you do is you try to move your guys over, but once you move them over, you cannot go left anymore. So you got to try to be careful because little swords and little shrubs and all sorts of things pop up in the middle of the game throughout the game. And there's 3 different scenarios you can play in this game. I think one is something like, what is it? I think one is you're just trying to get as many points as you can. And there's little monsters along the way that you're trying to kill, and you get bonus points for them. There's also a sea monster kind of guy that you can find gold, and it's in the water. But if you land in the water and you draw 3 cards every round, and then you place swords or anything out there, or little partners that come along with you, and if he goes in the water and he goes past you, he kills you. And it's really interesting. I'm like, wow, this looks really cool. So I ended up finding this through a good old Facebook Marketplace. So Adventureland. So this is one I picked up. Okay. Also, I'm almost out of breath here. Woo! A lot of stuff going on here. Here is a vintage game that I am still shocked that I found for only $15. This game goes for probably 60, 80 bucks on eBay. Hotels. I finally got this game. I have had my eye on this game for so long, but it's been so darn expensive. And I actually found it for $15 over at McKay's. I saw it sitting there. I opened this thing up immediately, and everything looks brand new in this thing. I mean, the hotels look great. Everything is in mint condition in this thing. There's not one crease anywhere. Nothing's broken. I was so excited when I went through the box and found nothing was missing. I had to hit up my buddy Vinny at the time, the Insane Board Game Freak Show. If you've ever seen his channel, he does vintage games as well. I literally took pictures of it and sent it to him. I said, Vinny, you're not going to believe I found this for $15. He's like, what? That's a steal. Is there anything missing? I go, I don't know yet. I'll have to go home and I'll let you know later. And as soon as I came home on my lunch break, I went ahead and opened up, went through it, and everything was in there. So for 15 bucks, hotels. Holy cow. Can't wait to show you a review on that one. That one I think I got like about a week ago, I think. But yeah, I was very, very excited about that one. All right, now we have this next one. It's a pretty crazy one. I never even heard of this game before. And I think I got this on Facebook Marketplace as well. It is called, this thing is huge, the Wall Street Money-Making Big Wheel. Woohoo! Yeah, isn't that going to look cool? You can't fold the wheel. It's one big wheel, and what's funny is you can't fold it, so that's why the box is so big. It's a huge box. You can see here is the big wheel, and you take charge of the economy. There's I believe there's 6 or 7 different economies in this game. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to buy these shares. And yeah, here goes normal, recession, depression, inflation, superinflation. And so the prices constantly change in this game as the economy changes. Really interesting stuff. But yeah, it's a big box. But anyway, so it's called the Wall Street Money Machine Big Wheel. So I thought, this is unique. This is really cool. See, you become a big wheel, buy low, sell high, it's easy. And then this thing actually turns. So this big wheel actually turns with whatever kind of economy is going on for that time frame. So really interesting stuff. I thought, wow, I love showing, you know, the vintage stuff, but also the unique games. I'm like, what the heck is that? And this was when I was like, what the heck is that? And it looks really cool. Anyway, so I picked up that one. Whew, man, I tell you, let me see. Did I get all of them? Let me double check everything. Let's see. Oh, I forgot one of mine. Yes. Yeah, there was only one I forgot. My goodness. And it's a 3M game I did not have. Right here, Faxon 5. I finally found a decent copy here. And yeah, I think it was only like $6. So I was really shocked. I opened it up. Everything was in there. And yeah, so I was really happy to finally get Faxon 5 added to my 3M collection in here. So, of course, I had to add it to my 3Ms here. And you probably notice this little guy right here. He's been in my last couple episodes. I don't know if you've noticed him. He's been there, I think, maybe the last 2 or 3 episodes. And I am a big Tron fan. I absolutely love Tron. I was skeptical about Tron Legacy, but actually I end up loving Tron Legacy. Oh my gosh, I probably watched it at least a dozen times by now. But it was one of those little, it's not a, I'm trying to remember what the brand is. I don't remember what the brand is, but off the top of my head, but it's a little Tron guy. I like his little helmet. He's got the whole Tron thing going on. There is a Sark as well. I know I gotta get the Sark too. That way they put them together. But yeah, good old Tron. I love Tron. Big Tron fan. So yeah, so I thought I'd put him up here. And but yeah, the last couple episodes, if you watch the last couple, you'll see him on the shelf. I almost mentioned him. I was almost saying, "Here, my little guy." But nah, I'll add him to the additions because he's kind of an addition. He's not a board game, but But why not? I thought he looked cool right there. But anyway, that is it. Those are my newest additions for the September 2022. Whew! I never thought I'd get through that list. So I had quite a few this month. So, all right, my friends. Well, that was my newest additions for September 2022. Looking forward to October of 2022. And we'll see what happens. All right. I'm hoping you're enjoying the channel. Luckily, I'm up over 700 subscribers now. So I'm very happy with that. My humble little channel. So my quest to 1,000 is getting that much closer. Thanks to each and every one of you. And as I always say, as all times, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. And as always, happy gaming.